My absolute favorite pastime is ignoring inconsistent men. It brings me nothing but joy but to kill their egos day by day by day. Because why would I associate myself with an inconsistent man? I had made a promise to myself a very long time ago. You can only have one opportunity to ever confuse me. Just one. Because I have grace. There is a little bit of humanity inside me where I understand sometimes, just sometimes, the world doesn't absolutely revolve around me 100% of the time. People have other things in their life going on. It's a hard time for everybody out here. So I give a little bit of grace. Maybe once. Outside of that, I don't have anything for you. Because what people fail to understand, what they actually fail to understand is men are extremely smart. I wouldn't call them intelligent because intelligent people don't move the way that I'm going to describe, but I would definitely call them smart. They are smart enough to be cunning, conniving, manipulative, gaslighty, all of the different things. But they aren't intelligent enough. They aren't intelligent enough to speak clear and concise. They aren't intelligent enough to have critical thinking skills. They aren't intelligent enough to have common basic decency and consideration for people who they want access to. And why is that? Because of entitlement. Entitlement. A lot of men think they're entitled to access to you. They think that they should be entitled to your time, attention, your body, all of the goddamn things. And when you deny access because of inconsistency, lack of effort, no basic critical thinking skills, just essentially a waste of space, they get extremely bothered by that. And it is my job to bother the fuck out of them because I surely won't be bothered. If somebody is doing something that I don't like, it's not a reflection of me, it's a reflection of them. It is. I don't like to attach the way people have acted or act towards me as like some type of reflection of like who I am. Though I do believe people are mirrors, however, it is not what people show you, it is what you accept. That is the true mirror. So if I'm a woman who says that I want someone to communicate very well, whether they're able to do something, not do something, hold a plan, whatever it may be, right? If I am a woman who expects a man to have integrity, to be honorable, to be all of these different things, if I decide to go against my standard, then the mirror would be that I'm a liar and that this person actually deserves to be in my life because clearly I haven't learned the lessons of understanding my worth. But when you have sat with yourself, and you have done the work on your emotions, you have done the work on your psyche, when you have sat with yourself long enough that you enjoy your own company, when you are still healing from your trauma, and you have little you looking to grown you to continue to protect whatever the fuck you built, you are willing to burn down the motherfucking world about your respect. So yes, every single time a man wants access to me but wants to give me subpar treatment, the best thing that I do is absolutely fucking nothing. I'm not about to play Inspector Gadget. I'm not about to play I Spy and put together clues and psychoanalyze why he's acting this particular kind of way. I quite literally do not care. What men don't understand with me is that more times than not, I'm annoyed. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Me being mad at you is a completely different other beast. Me being annoyed is just like rolling my eyes like, okay, whatever, I was slighted. Anyway, moving along. Me being mad on you, me being mad at you, oh, I'm leaving a permanent stain. I am going to say something that is going to live in your subconscious for the rest of your fucking life, and you're never going to forget about me. That's when you know I'm mad. That's when you've gone past pissing me off. Gone past festivity. That's when you have poked the bear. However, I don't allow myself to get emotionally attached to men to necessarily care about their inconsistencies or their lack of respect, even for me. I don't care because guess what? We all have choices. Whether we're going to allow ourselves to associate with people who would even come initially step in that particular kind of way, or whether we're just going to entertain other people and other things. I constantly say you have to keep up with your kind. You have to keep up with your kind. A lot of these niggas ain't my kind. A lot of them ain't my motherfucking type. And the one thing that I like to do to show and prove to them that they're not my type is to remain extremely fucking quiet. Because what I know about a man who says he's going to do something is that he's going to do it. What I know about a man who says that he's going to make a plan is that he's going to stick to it. What I know about a man who can't follow through on his promises is that he's going to communicate, hey, I can't do this. Maybe we could do so and so another time. That's what I do know. That's what I do know. I don't need to be going and articulating my boundaries to no motherfucking man because he already know. Listen, when a man truly likes you, you ain't got to go explaining why you are not about to accept no disrespect from him. He ain't putting himself in a position to disrespect you in the first place. This is why I said you need to deal with men who are afraid to lose access to you. Because if they're not afraid to lose access to you, they will constantly keep playing in your face because they know that you're always going to be there to play with. You have to cut off 100% communication. You have to be strict about your shit. Ain't nobody bigger than the fucking program. The fuck? You run the motherboard. Okay? There is no negotiating a fuck thing. The minute you start to renegotiate your standards is the minute that a nigga know he got you. Ain't nobody ever had me souped up that motherfucking much. As I said, you only have one time to confuse me. And after you bring about confusion more than that, it's an absolute no for me, dog. As I said, people are way more cunning, conniving, sneaky, just diabolical than you think. They are. They try to play dumb. They try to weaponize their incompetence like they don't know what the fuck is going on. They always know what the fuck is going on. They know exactly how they want to treat you. And listen, some niggas plan to just test your pedigree. You could be the kind of woman like myself who has a public platform where she talks about setting boundaries and having self-respect and all of those different kind of things like that. And there will be a man purposely trying to have access to me because of what I talk about, because he wants to prove me wrong. He thinks he's the exception to the fucking rule, bitch. Ain't nobody exceptions. Ain't nobody the exception to the rule. And I want to double down and say, ain't nobody the exception to the rule outside of romantic interest. I don't even play that shit with my family. I'm definitely not about to play with some nigga I don't know. So you gotta listen. Sometimes the only respect you're going to get from a man is not allowing him to have access to you at all. That's the only way he's going to respect your shit. And that ain't the kind of man that you want to deal with otherwise, because if you have to drive so many hard boundaries, if you have to continue to remind a person how to treat you, they were never going to treat you with respect in the first place. I can guarantee you, men who are afraid to lose access to you, who really value you as a person and not only see you as desirable, But someone who they actually want to protect, baby, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to explain yourself. If he doesn't have the basic communication and critical thinking skills to speak to you in a way that makes sense, to set plans in a way that is beneficial to you both, to just be a decent human being, I promise you, beloved, I promise you, you have no business losing sleep over someone who was not of quality in the first place. The trash took itself out. Be grateful that you peeped it and you got the fuck up out of Dodge. Because far too many times are women waiting in the wind for a man to potentially be something that she wants him to be, instead of just being with a man who's already equipped. You all have a good day. That's all I gotta say.